Yes, y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's your man Walker Mar. We back with another episode of I.O.W. Sports Show Late Night Outlet Edition. Is episode 486. That's right, 486. You see the headlines. We got a lot to talk about, football related. All right, a lot of stuff football related. We're gonna talking about. All right, there's some winless teams. We're gonna check up on them, check the temperature on them. All right, we're gonna do that. We definitely gonna do that. We're gonna talk about Jackson Dart getting the start in the Big Apple. We got to talk about that. And of course, hey, get y'all ready for week 4 of NFL action. Hey, you know what it is. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let's get busy.
Yeah. Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, Late Night Edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar.
Yeah. Raising the bar. Yeah, what you bet? Hey. What's good, y'all? Hey, appreciate y'all tapping in with your boy. It's Wednesday. Well, at least 7 minutes left. Wednesday on my side of the neck of the woods. I'm in the Central Time. Happy Thursday to the East Coasters. Got a little bit of left on Wednesday on my mountain side, on my peoples on the mountain West Coast. We still got a couple of hours left on Wednesday. So, hey, appreciate y'all tuning in. See the headlines. We got a lot to talk about. Hey, is that Cuz? Is that Cuz? No, that ain't Cuz. Yeah, that's Cuz. Hey, shout out to my Cuz. Hey, Springs. Shout out to my Cuz up in Iowa. I'm gonna get up with you. You know I'm in the city. Hey, we 2.5 hours away from each other, Cuz. You make sure that next time Baltimore is in the building, me and you getting tickets to that game. We should have got tickets to this game. All right, Cuz? Me and you should be at the stadium this Sunday because I'm in the city. You 2.5 hours away. We should have went to the game, Cuz. But it's okay. We gonna see each other again because we gonna be a first place team, and y'all gonna get y'all ish together. Y'all still gonna be a first place team, and because we first place teams, we still gonna see each other. So we should have been there, but we good though. All right, but we good though. Shout out, hey, much love, Cuz. Shout out to Springs. Hey, he has a hip hop podcast that y'all should. Hey, Cuz, do me a favor. Cuz, type the name of your podcast in the description. Him and his homies do it. They cover the rap battle scene. So shout out to Cuz for always putting on for DMI. Shout out to my former city I used to live in, DMI. Hey, Des Moines, Iowa, if you don't know, that's what we called it. The 515. Shout out to them. So, hey, Cuz, do me a favor, put your podcast in the description. So, if you love rap battle, there it is, Squadcast TV. If you love battle rap, my Cuz got it. Him, and his people's covering it. They cover rap battle like I cover sports. All right, so they on it. They in the know. They in the loop. So tap in with Cuz. I've been seeing your numbers. Y'all looking good. Hitting them K marks. Y'all looking good. But shout out to Cuz. Support. Hey, y'all know me. I'm about showing love and support to my peoples. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with Cuz on that Squadcast TV for sure. Y'all do that. Y'all do that for me. Unfortunately, I love Cuz, but he's misguided for some reason. He's a Ravens fan, and he ain't had too much to really brag about when it comes to Chiefs and Ravens for the last few years. We've been, on the more winning side of that equation, but it's that's neither here nor there. We ain't even gonna talk about that. We ain't even gonna talk about that because we ain't got time to. We got other things to talk about. Hey, shout out to my man, my podcast brother, the podcast Tribal Chief is in the building. All right, yes, I know, Cleveland Guardians, y'all won the division. Y'all eliminated my Royals because y'all won. Y'all been real talk. The Guardians been hot lately. I think they won 16 of 18 the last few, so they've been hot. They've been on such a road that they gained ground on the Tigers, swept them, then overtook the division, and they own one. The Guardians are on one right now. But enough of that. Because I got family in here being the ops right now. But we really got to talk about some really things. All right, we got to talk about some real stuff. All right, it's a lot of winless teams in the NFL. All right, it's a lot of winless teams. Matter of fact, you got Jets. Okay, all right, Jets winless. I'm gonna be honest. I watched that game with Tampa Bay. They obviously had the good blocked. I don't know what else. Blocked field goal, ran it back for a touchdown, and they were up with like a minute left, something like that. Oh no, it's like a minute and some change left, so about a minute and a half left, whatever. And defense didn't do enough to stop them. Tampa Bay got in field goal range, got in position for a game-winning kick, and kicked it and made it. All right, so could have won that game, of course. Could have won the game against Pittsburgh week 1, of course. So if you're really looking at things, Jets are 2-1. I will say this: the offense has been sporadic. Obviously, what they did in week 1, putting up 30 plus points. I think it was 32 or something like that. That was crazy. But then couldn't do nothing against Buffalo, and then struggled. And despite what people think, Tyrod did. He had a solid game. Obviously, the pick 6. You want to take that back. He's been in the game too long to know that going all the way across field on an out route. And don't get me wrong, Garrett Wilson, you got to come back to the ball. You just don't kind of sit there and wait for it to come. That's neither here nor there. But I'm just being honest. Still, that was a dangerous throw. It got picked, got taken to the house. So take that throw away. He actually played a solid game. For real. Again, that O-line, they can't protect. Obviously, losing Vera Tucker right before the season, that was a blow. But outside of Vera Tucker, you were kind of trying to figure out what you're going to have at O-line. It's not good. So they're going to do a lot of offense where just get the ball out quick. So it's going to be real short, real quick routes. And that becomes predictable. So if they can figure out something on offense, but I think my opinion is, and look, I just love football. I think the Jets need to continue with the run. Just continue with that. Even if you're not getting, the big runs, just keep hammering it. Stay with it. And then get Tyrod Taylor or whoever it is, Justin Fields, move the pocket, bootleg, and move him outside of that containment because that O-line is just not going to be good enough to protect him. So move him because you still got a dog in Garrett Wilson. All right, he's still a dog. And you're trying to figure out what else you got. NFL's rigged. How our game not prime time, and now we both 1 and 2. I don't know. I'm I understand why they put Cowboys and Packers on at prime time. I mean, the juice is on that. Come on, cuz. The juice is on there. I mean, hey, look, I watch wrestling. You watch wrestling. My man Bobby G watches wrestling. When you talking about narrative, sports entertainment, all you had to say was Packers and Cowboys, and that was it. Because now that you got the Michael Parsons factor, That's the sizzle. All right. That's the low hanging fruit of selling that story, selling that, and putting it in prime time. That's easy. That was easy. And then you take the fact that Packers, well-known franchise, long history in the NFL, Cowboys, well-known franchise, long history in the NFL, Jerry Jones, you put them together. Micah coming back to Dallas, easy. It was an easy storyline, easy to sell. So when you got something that easy to sell, hey man, I can convince the non-regular people to possibly go to a bar to watch the game or even put it on their TV screen for 30-40 minutes before they get bored or whatever. It was easy to sell to grab the non-everyday football watchers outside of us, so that was a no-brainer. Like Vince McMahon that was an easy script to write. And such good shit, So talk about Eric Dixon being irrelevant. Well, look, Eric Dickerson, some of these old folks, I will say this, they gotta relax. You had your moment to shine in the NFL. All right. Every now and then, this is my thing with the old timers. You had your moment to shine in the 70s and the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, and you did what you did with it. You shined. All right. Now, what you did post-career to get some more shine, cool. But when it comes to being around the whole NFL scene, hey, either just come around Super Bowl and preseason. That's all we ask. Other than that, chill out. Watch the rest of the season just like the rest of us because you're a fan now. And I get it. If you ain't got your podcast or you're not doing the NFL Today on CBS, Fox, getting ready for a full slate of football, then go sit down. Have several seats. Some of these old heads got to relax. But back to some of these winless teams. The Jets. I think the Jets possibly could be 2-1. They could be. Their defense is for real. Their defense hits. They are dominant. Titans. Yeah, they gonna be winless for a minute. They're gonna get some wins because look at their division. Texans ain't doing so good. We'll talk about them in a minute. Jacksonville, they 2-1, but they go watch them play football. I'm just kind of thinking and Trevor Lawrence is bad. I'm just gonna say it. I haven't been on a Trevor Lawrence bandwagon since his rookie season. All right. And I haven't found a moment in time that it says, hey, man, that guy's a good quarterback and he's deserving of being in the top 10 pay scale. Yeah, he gonna get another coach fired. Now, granted, I'm not blaming Urban on him. Urban took the bag. He said, man, I'm going to get as much money from this check as I can because look, I'm in too deep. This ain't what I thought it was. I need to get back to a college campus. NFL ain't me. I think he figured it out real quick. That this ain't for me. But he took that money though. He had that little bunny up in his lap in the bar, right? Yeah. But with the Titans, they're going to get some wins because your division's not good. All right? The problem is with the Titans, and I think Cam Ward has a lot of talent. I've been watching the games. He has talents, but he's starting to get, I don't want to say lazy, but he's getting daring. Some throws that he's been throwing has been getting intercepted. Those are throws that you literally throw at the University of Miami because you're playing Louisiana Community College and you're about to smoke them by 80 points. and you can get away with that mess. So he's going to have to figure that out quick, but he's also going to have to be, I think, in my opinion, because the team, there's not a lot of bright spots on that team. I've been watching the games, and there's some good and there's some bad, all right? And more bad than good. And I think Cam Ward is going to have to fight internally in his mental that he's going to battle some, hey, don't start falling in to the bad habits of losing habits. And what I mean is, when you get drafted that high, number 1 overall, you're going to a bad team. All right. And so they've been losing. And he doesn't like to lose because he's competitive as hell. So there's going to be that mental part where it's like, how long can he keep mentally fighting off just a losing mentality in that building and not let it seep into his mental, that he starts not going 100% and mentally checked out and not all of a sudden being Cam Ward. You know what I'm saying? At one point you don't want the best way to put it is like, sometimes when you go into a situation and you around it for so long, there's some things that just kind of rub off on you. I'll be honest. I'm a raggedy motherfucker. I'm a shit talker. I'm sarcastic. Look, I'm not everybody's cup of tea because I usually just say what I feel. All right. And usually kind of gets me in trouble because there have been times where I gotta apologize because I'm like, damn, I didn't mean it like that, but I guess sensitivity sometimes just ain't my strong suit. All right, I'm just gonna be real. All right, and my wife kind of taking on some of my characteristics of, I don't want to say I'm abrasive, but if you run a foul on me, oh, you gonna know about it, because I'm gonna let you feel it. Pause verbally. I'm gonna give you the it's gonna be a lot of probably some bad words said in there, and and I'm gonna show you that I got a very extensive vocabulary, and I might throw some, I might have my TI moment. Where my vernacular might get so real professional, but I might throw a little cuss word in there every now and then just to show my range. But it's no ill will. It's just to let you know that you ran a foul on me. That's all. So she's starting to take on some of those characteristics, and she's never been the confrontational type of person. So when she starts being confrontational and understand it's granted, is warranted, I'm like, yeah. You have been around me. So what I'm saying is if Cam Ward is not used to being around a whole bunch of losing mentality and cats just like, hey, this is the NFL, man, get your bread. We ain't give a damn about this win or loss, because let's be honest, there are some locker rooms in the NFL, because these are the same players that have spoke about it. And you can go search for yourself. And players say, hey, there's some cultures in the locker room where it's like, hey, man, understand, we are playing a violent sport, but get your bread. But y'all losing. How the clock strikes 0, y'all come back to the locker room and it's a party in here. That could mess with your psyche, mess with your mental. You be like, hey, man, why we got the music jamming? Why we got the, I thought we get paid handsomely to win. So I don't want that to become a problem for Cam Ward, where all of a sudden, is over there messing around and not being Cam Ward. I don't know. I can't. I don't know if I could subscribe to that, because if we comparing defenses, that Houston Texans defense is nasty. It's nasty. Oh, them boys is flying around the field, and they are knocking the piss out of people. For real. Better keep your head on a swivel when you play that Texans defense, because if you don't, they're going to knock your bladder through your throat. They knocking the piss out of people. So I don't know if I can subscribe to that. I don't know. But the Titans, Cam Moore is going to have to battle that. I like that connection with Alec Amanor. He's gotten the rookie from Stanford. But there's got to be more, because it ain't much. It's not a lot going on in Tennessee that's worth the damn. Saints, ain't much to really talk about. They gonna go winless. Offensive line can't block. Alvin Kamara is just gutting it out. Hey Alvin, we got a running problem in Kansas City. Come on. You like barbecue? Come on. You don't want that heavy ass jambalaya and gumbo no more. Come on. Free Alvin Kamara. Free Chris Olave. Because that man he's gonna get another concussion, and let me knock on some wood, because I don't wish that upon him. But if you're watching the Saints games, there's gonna be at least 2 or 3 throws in that game that Chris Olave has no business catching or going after, because Spencer Rattler has put him in a position that he's gonna get his head blown the hell off. Just being honest. Watch the tapes. Watch the games. He's gonna get him hurt. Spencer Rattler is not the answer. Tyler Shough, how the hell you say his name, ain't the answer. All right? You know how I know he ain't the answer? Because he ain't beat out Spencer Rattler, and Spencer Rattler ain't the answer. Boom, common sense. So fact of the matter is, they got some pieces. You need to go ahead and just have your freedom, bruh. Have your freedom, bruh. Because it ain't going down here. Cam Jordan, hell of a career. You spent the whole time in New Orleans. You've been faithful to them. It's about time they repay it to you and be, faithful to you, and by letting you get the hell out of that piss poor organization right now. Get off that team. Do him a favor. Matter of fact, it's at that point in the NFL that if you take all the talent that you got on that team that's actually worth it damn and ship them off and get a whole bunch of draft picks back, you might just upload and mess around and just rebooted your team that quick. You can just load up on a whole bunch of young, good talent. Come on, man. Anyway, but I don't get paid millions to be a GM. I'm a content creator. Y'all don't listen to me. But Saints is terrible. They bad. All right. Dolphins. I'm gonna be honest about the Dolphins. Defense slightly with the amount of pressure that they've been getting has been better. Obviously, Phillips is back from the injury. Bradley Chubb is back from the injury. Chop Robinson was getting some pressure of the last 3 games that I've seen. So they're getting after the quarterback, and they need to, because their secondary is still Basuda Cheeks. Yeah, they still bad. So they got to get after it. They were in the last 2 games, obviously playing division opponents in Patriots and Bills. And you saw 2 games where, yet again, Tua Tagovailoa, in the crunch time, in the crunch moment, folded and is either taking bad sacks or throwing bad interceptions. It's crazy to think that Tua, who his calling card was accuracy, has lost that aura of his accuracy. And I'm being, go look at the games. His accuracy was what his calling card was. Now, it's like he is on one page and he throws it 10 yards over his receivers. He forget that Tyreek Hill is not 6'4". Tyreek Hill on a good day might be 5'9", 5'10", but the brother can hop. He got hops, which I understand. But he ain't that athletic to. So I mean, it's like he's missing that. Side note. Here's why I think Tyreek Hill is probably not going to finish the year off with the Dolphins, because him and Tua aren't on the same page. But then you look at him and Jalen Waddle aren't on the same page. So I can see the Dolphins saying, "Hey, let's get some value back for Tyreek. Let's see if we can squeeze a second." Which now with that whole alleged DV situation, you're going to have to, come off some hopes of getting a second now. Because I don't know the backstory of that, but regardless, I think that takes a hit on his value. So you got to negotiate that. At this point, be happy if you can take a fourth. Just being honest. I'm just being honest. Not saying that Tyreek Hill can't still play, because I think he's still got some years left. But he's starting to get up there, because I believe he's already hit 30. But Dolphins, 2 games just slipped out of your hand, and it's more on the fact that, and I hate to put it on just Tua, but when you're the quarterback, hey, you get all the fame and the wins, and you're going to get the blame with the losses. But in particular, it was, and I get it. I'll give him some leeway. That offensive line, it ain't the greatest. I've seen worse, especially seen worse from the team that we're about to talk about next. So I understand why there are some struggles, but there are times where Tua is getting time, and he's overshooting Tyreek Hill. So I'm not just going to sit here and just blame it on the offensive line, not give him time. I just think there are just some throws where it's like, Tua, what are we doing? But this next team, most important team, Houston, Texas. Oh, there's a problem in Houston. Yes, there is. Because this team, who has been the back-to-back AFC South winners by proxy, because it is a bad division. Let's call it what it is. Is Dookie, right? And now they haven't even faced the Colts yet, and the Colts off to the great 3-0 start that they're on. Obviously, the Titans are 0-3. All right, Jacksonville's 2-1, so there's a 1-game lead, a 3-game lead over the last 2 teams, Titans and Texans. But my main thing about the Texans and what's really wrong with them is I would hate to see them waste a damn good Super Bowl caliber defense, because they are having struggles with the offensive line. I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and we'll kind of listen to CJ Stroud and kind of hear his mental, because I like to do the psychology part of the sports, and then he answers some questions on the offense. So let's take a listen to this.
I was like, you're in a really good place. How would you characterize, obviously 1-3 not what you hope for, but just your outlook for the team, the offense, everything improving?
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm faithful to the process and to our team. And yeah, I'm just charging every day, staying positive, and trying to take guys with me to win games. So yeah.
What's been your message to the team this week as one of the leaders as you guys try to get on track?
Stay together, stick together, stay positive, be urgent, just simple things like that. I think, just everybody kind of knows what's up, but also I have to, make sure that I'm vocal about it as well.
CJ, you're a captain on this team. You have a real strong pulse of the locker room and of the players. And at what point did you all realize that maybe that CJ Gardner-Johnson wasn't a good fit for this team?
I don't really think.
Okay, I thought that was a weird ass question to ask him. He CJ's no longer in the building. Gardner Johnson. That was a weird question. Some of these media people be on some other shit. Let's fast forward.
Are you picking up the system? You find it to be.
Have faith, you know, when
Here we are.
you know you're doing well, you know, but now it's, you know, we've been checked, and now it's, you know, that's when real faith kicks in when you can't really see it just yet. So, you know, our process is right now. You know, we just got to just put it on the field, and I think that motivation of having everybody around has been good.
How has the grasp of the system been? I know in the past with the system, it's been mentioned as kind of like hard to pick up, even going back with Deshaun. Are you picking up the system? Do you find it to be
Damn, all that shit.
a little bit difficult?
I wouldn't say it'd be difficult. It's just new. You know, like everything takes time. I think, you know, it's something that, you know, as you keep going along, keep pushing forward. And I think sometimes failure is some of the best recipe for, you know, breakthrough. Even though it sucks, it's not good in the moment, but I believe that I'll be great from it, and I'm learning a bunch. I think our team is starting to pick it up. But yeah, it's, you know, like I said, it's a mixture of, you know, doing some of the old stuff, you know, that they've done in their past, you know, Nick, and but also, you know, doing some things that we're good at. So we're just finding that balance right now.
That season,
Yeah, so just obviously just you know, picking up what CJ was saying right there. In the beginning, just kind of the reporters was pretty much asking, you know, how's he feeling and whatnot, and he's hopeful. Hey, he's saying the right thing, but maybe I'm reading into it. You know, but of what I've always seen of anything that was posted with CJ, he's always had an even keel demeanor. So I'm not tripping about that. I know some people might overanalyze and say, oh, why is he, you know, you say you're urgent, but you don't sound urgent. You don't look urgent. You don't seem urgent. And look, go watch the Texans play. It's going to be two things that are glaring. Is that they got a Super Bowl caliber defense, all right, that will knock the piss out you, all right? And that offense is real bad. And I hate to say it, but I think they're gonna bark into a situation where you don't want to start wasting his prime, and you want to start building something in the right direction of something that looks like a playoff or Super Bowl caliber team, and look like they were in that direction. Looking at it now, I think they're regressing. And I know a lot of people are going to say, you know, the regression of CJ Stroud, but I think it's more the regression of the Texans' offensive side of the football and how are they building it. Now, they went younger on the offensive line, and hey, I think it's a risky move, and obviously you won't see the end result till 3-4 years down the line. But at some point in time, you got to tell these guys that, like, we got to get a little quicker on protecting our franchise, because he's on a rookie deal. Nico Collins is paid. All right. Stephon Diggs didn't work out. All right. Moved on. Tank Dell can't stay healthy. All right. They drafted 2 wide receivers, Iowa State guys. Cool. All right. So you're trying to give him the weapons, but I think the Texans are literally they're taking a risk at the most important thing and that is the trenches. They're taking a risk. They really are. And I mean, the moment they moved off the Laramie Tunsil, I was like, that's a risk, because you still had him under contract for at least from last time I saw it, is at least for another two more years before you even had to make a decision on Laramie Tunsil. So I thought that was very risky. So here we are now, where all you can be is hopeful, because that game that they lost against Jacksonville, to me, was more telling than anything. It was more telling that, hey, if we are struggling as a team in general, but we can't even hold the grasp on our division anymore, just being that same old 10-7, good defense, we'll kind of figure things out on offense type of team. Now that's not going to be enough right now. Colts they're already 3 up on you. And say what you want, the Colts, if you look at the Colts games, and I know the joke is still always Daniel Jones, and I'm still kind of got a little trepidation my damn self, because I'm like, man, will the real Daniel Jones please stand up? So you kind of sitting there like, all right, at one point, because there are a couple of throws, I'm like, that's old Daniel Jones right there. But for the most part, you're seeing a guy that's being calculated. He's doing what he's needing to do. And hey, the benefit of being around solid coaching with Shane Steichen and the crew. So I'm going to take it as it is for what it is right now. The defense is legit. Don't sleep on that defense. My man, Champy, what's up? Go Cards. We got a Cards fan in the house. We'll preview that game in a second. But the Texans, man, you lost the grasp on that piss poor division. You couldn't beat Jacksonville, and I'm not shitting on Jacksonville. I just think that 2-1 record they got is fugazi. It's a little fraudulent. No disrespect. I'm just saying, go beat the upper echelon teams. Matter of fact, go handle your division, Jacksonville. Take care of the Colts first. Then I'll tap in with you. AZ Wildcats. Okay. Big 12. Holla at the Big 12. Hell of always a great basketball program for sure. Has some solid players come out of the football team too. But yeah, the Texans, but I know the other winless team that a lot of people are going to talk about, they're going to talk about them Giants. And they're going to talk about that switch to Jackson Dart. I'm going to be real with y'all. Talk with, a couple of people who follow the Giants and whatnot. And I've been watching the Giants games, and that offensive line is not good. All right. So anything positive that you gotten from the offensive side, take it as a win, because that is not a good offensive line. All right. It just ain't. And yeah, are there some throws that you like, Russ? Come on, man. You can't throw that up. You can't throw that in that coverage. Of course. But sometimes what do you exactly people expect a quarterback to do when literally after you just hiked it and it's gotten to your hands, there's a defender in your face? Like literally, I just got the damn football and I already got to run for my damn life. Are people watching the Giants? Like literally, they've been having a struggle to get the running game going. So are they watching that? So here's my thing. You switch to Jackson Dart, a rookie, never played in the NFL. I get it. He played in the SEC, quote unquote, the toughest conference in college football. I get it. This ain't Saturdays. This ain't playing Mississippi State. This ain't playing no Vanderbilt. This ain't that. You playing the big dogs. Like people got mortgages on the line, and so there's people that scrap for this. They willing to go crazy for this. You facing the elite, the best of the best. So I was just slightly confused on what exactly are you expecting from Jackson Dart that you aren't going to get from Russell Wilson. behind this offensive line. And to top it off, you couldn't wait as a franchise. You look, I get it. Your job is on the line, Brian Daboll. You drafted the guy in the first round. I understand the pressure to play Jackson Dart. I understand that. So my thing is are you trying to ruin the kid? Are you trying to win? And reason why I ask that is because looking at your schedule, maybe starting him against a Saints defense probably makes a little bit more sense to me. Because if you are Brian Daboll, haven't you not looked how the Chargers have been playing defense? They're a pretty good defense. But maybe play devil's advocate. That's probably the reason why you start him. Hey, let's throw him out there. Because one thing that's been bothering me is that this ain't college, and the fact that he was doing packages for Jackson Dart in these games was crazy to me. Treating it like it was a preseason. Let me get this guy a quick little package, see how he does. And he wasn't even throwing the ball. Did y'all see the packages he had him in there against the Chiefs just to do a read option? 2-3 plays to do a read option. What you do that for? What exactly the hell he going? There's only some certain amount of information that Jackson Dart was going to learn from or doing a read option 2 times in a game. Russell could have done that. So my thing is if you ain't got the adequate O-line, why would you risk injury, lack of confidence getting shot? And we know how especially, this is man talk. We know how lack of confidence can easily go to depression. We talking man talk. Let's be real. All right. I've been there before. Any fellas in the chat, we could be honest about some shit. When shit ain't going right, you feel like you're not at where you supposed to be at in life. The bills is adding up. The money ain't adding up. Confidence get a little fucked up. It's just a little shot. Sometimes, hey, I just want to be alone. I don't want to be bothered. We all been there before, fellas. Come on, talk to me. Where confidence is just can easily slip into depression. So imagine he's a first-round pick. Shit ain't going right. His body's beat the hell up. Confidence is low. Now he's second-guessing. Am I really cut out for this? Can I really do this? Come on now. I'm just saying, why potentially put that guy in that situation? Because not everybody bounces back from situations like that. Some people thought they was built for tough times. And sometimes they figure out that, maybe what I thought I was, I ain't. I got to still work on some shit. All I'm saying is, why risk that on Jackson Dart? And to be fair, why do that to Russ? And I get it. Russ probably knew what the situation was the moment that they drafted Jackson Dart. Matter of fact, he knew what the situation was the moment they signed him. I'm pretty sure they were not shy saying, hey, we're going to get a quarterback in this draft. You know what I'm saying? Giants are professional. Booty juice, basura, smet, cheeks, dookie. They all that. But they got a damn good defense, man. I ain't sleeping on that. We ain't gonna do that. They gave them Chiefs some damn problems on Sunday. And if you watch the Giants, their defense does enough to try to keep that damn team as a whole in the game and just say, hey, offense, just give us this. Just give us some more juice. Help us out. Do some long drives. Keep us on the bench. Let us grasp, get some air. Let us get some rest. Please stop selling for field goals. Maintain sustain drives. Get in the end zone. Help us out. I will put that front seven of the Giants against any front seven in the league right now. Go watch them. I'm being serious. Dexter Lawrence is a motherfucking problem. Dexter Lawrence is up there in the ranks. I'm talking about Dexter Lawrence, Quentin Williams, Chris Jones. I'm talking about that type of conversation. Badass D tackles, right? Problems. Kayvon Thibodeau still got the juice, right? He ain't lost nothing. All right. Abdul Carter, going to be a problem. Give him about by the end of this year, and he get a full grasp on that defense, he's going to be a problem. He's a problem. Oh, Brian Burns. Brian Burns is the type of cat that he plays. If his attitude was a person, he would be the person that I would never be afraid with if I was walking in the dark alley with. But I would piss my pants if I walked into that kind of cat in a dark alley. We're going to have to see the steel. I'm telling you, Brian Burns is a problem. And so when you get them dudes together, Kerry Cade, a linebacker, that defense is a problem. It's tough. But they ain't figured out the quarterback problem. And they ain't going to keep figuring out the quarterback problem. It's because they ain't fixed the offensive line. They ain't never addressed the main issue. Did y'all see that clip of Malik Neighbors? He said it wasn't Daniel Jones' fault. He's the player. He's the wide receiver on the team, and he's saying, "Hey, it ain't Daniel Jones, man." What he's saying is coaching and it's culture. That's what he's saying. That's how I interpret it. But did y'all see this graphic? Of all the quarterbacks, that 6 different quarterbacks in 19 career games, that I need people to understand that we are going into Malik Neighbors' 2nd year at wide receiver. And he's already on his 6th different quarterback. And I know we always talk about, it's never good for a franchise to have a quarterback problem, and you can never find a guy and they have the revolving door. Of course, it's not good for the franchise. But when you have a talent of Malik Neighbors' talent, you know what I'm saying? A guy of Malik Neighbors' talent, one thing that I think is getting dismissed is, what about the psyche of Malik Neighbors? Now he has to restart another connection with another quarterback. He and the quarterback got to get on the same page. Hey man, put the ball in, in this certain area on this route. Or having that telekinesis communication. You're looking at the coverage, you seeing is cover 2, and you got the cover 2 beater, and you got to have the communication with your quarterback. You got to redo that. You got to rewire that. All of that. Getting on the same page with now your 6th quarterback in a year in 4 games. How that's not fair to Malik Neighbors. There's a problem that they are literally ignoring in New York. You're just going to keep shuffling through quarterbacks, but it's not your quarterback's fault. It's not the quarterback problem. You have a problem with protection. And no, we ain't talking about no Trojans or no lifestyles. You got a problem with making sure that the gunslinger is standing upright. He's getting beat the hell up, given little to no time. And Brian Daboll has adequately shown again that he's actually not adequate to be a play caller to get the quarterback out the way of danger, because his general manager hasn't adequately find the right way to do his job properly and say, hey, let's get an offensive tackle, a guard, a center, a left and right guard, a left and right tackle. Let's get some, people that can stand up this pass rush. They can get the run block going, open the lanes for our running backs. So you have two failures as in a general manager who's failing to do his job. And it wasn't just him, it's previous general managers. And you have a coach who hasn't adequately put his quarterback in positions to succeed. Because when you got a Malik Neighbors saying that Daniel Jones wasn't the problem, and then you see him go to Indianapolis, guess what he has? He has a more adequate offensive line. He's given more time to throw the ball. And so the turnovers of Daniel Jones have come down. And the more success of Daniel Jones has showed. Wow. Imagine that concept. Building a offensive line for my quarterback to have time and he's not on his backside. Imagine that concept. Very tough one. It's just hard. Who could imagine? That's what you're supposed to do in the NFL, is to build an adequate team, build an offensive line so my quarterback is not getting his dick kicked in every Sunday. And you wonder why he can't finish his season. Now you wonder why he's making mistakes. I don't know. Shit rattles me. But Russ, being the the professional that he is.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can do is lead from the front. I thank God every day I get to do what I love to do and play this game with guys that I love and enjoy, and being around the locker room, the teammates. We've had 3 tough games, obviously, close ones in fashion, and 3 really good teams. We didn't get it done. We feel like, that Dallas game is a special one in particular that we felt like we could have won, but we didn't. And so I think, at the end of the day, I think for me right now, I think it's really about the team, really about helping Jackson the best I can possibly can. I remember when I was a rookie. I remember coming in as a young rookie and looking for help and looking for answers and stuff like that. And I just told him, I got your back, and I got whatever I can help you with, and help him get prepared the best he can possibly get prepared. So I know that matters because I've lived it and I've experienced it. So I think for me personally, as well as I'm not done. I got so much belief in myself and know what I'm capable of. I believe I was able to show it, especially on the road in Dallas and everything else. I know that can help this football team, if that comes up. But I think also too, just for me mentally, just have the best practice. Have the best workout session in the morning, early in the morning. Getting here and having the same routine and just find every single way to get better. That's what you can control, and you control your attitude, you control your gratitude, and those 2 things are important to me because I love the game, I love the process, and I respect it. And so that's the only thing I know. And I think the last thing I say about it is just life is about response. I went to the Children's Hospital on Tuesday, and when you go and you see kids fighting for something that is maybe outside of what they can handle at times, it gives you a lot of perspective. So for me, it's about life is about response, and I just I know I'm gonna respond in every way, in the right way, every day, and that's all I know.
Hey, I respect it, Russ. I respect it. Hey, that's a professional That's a professional man right there. I sidebar, it kind of baffles me, the whole corny narrative around Russ. I just think that's just him, man. Whether it's a show or a front, I don't know. Who knows? But he said the right things. Hey, help my teammate out. I'm a, be there. But he also said I got something left. And let's be honest, he still needs to be ready. All right. Because my gut feeling is telling me that they're going to have to go back to Russell Wilson at some point in time because, unfortunately, that offensive line is just piss poor. Come on. Let's really look at what the Giants got coming up. Chargers, they're going to get after Jackson Dart. They're going to make that life hell for that piss poor offensive line. Then they got the Saints in the Superdome. I know the Saints ain't good, but they still get after it. Cam Jordan and the boys still get after it. All right? That's going to be a test. Oh, you got the Giants. Okay. We see how they get down on the defensive side. Oh, Broncos. We see how they get down on the defensive side. They gave Justin Herbert hell. If they gave Justin Herbert hell, who actually has an adequate line, Joe Alt was getting smoked by the Broncos. Joe Alt is a damn good left tackle, was getting smoked by the Broncos. Nick Benito put on a hell of a show, smoked them. That's a problem. Oh, you get the Eagles again. That's a problem. 49ers, I get it. Lost Bosa. But Robert Saleh is a damn good defensive coordinator. And since he's gotten back to San Francisco, you saw how they gotten back to their defensive ways. So he'll still figure out something to get, something out of that defense. You get a little reprieve against Chicago, but don't sleep on that. You saw how they did Dak. Oh, you get the Packers defense. That's a problem. You get the Lions defense. They'll smack the shit out of you. All right? Slight reprieve against the Patriots. But by that time in the season, they know how to play. They're going to be playing better defense. The Commanders still got some work to do, but they're not a scrub defense. Oh, the Vikings. Brian Flores has been coaching his ass off since he's gotten to Minnesota. There's a tough defense. All right? Does Jackson Dart even make it to week 16 against the Vikings against that tough defense? I don't know. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 weeks in a row that Jackson Dart is going to face a defense that is adequate enough to have consistent pressure against that piss poor O-line. Is Jackson Dart going to make it for the next 6 weeks? Huh? But you're so enamored, and I get it. Brian Daboll's coaching for his job. That motherfucker's on a hot seat. Flames is heating up that motherfucker's cheeks. He's looking like a roasted pig right now. And I understand. Hey, we drafted a guy in the first round. We at least got to see what we got. Hopefully he can give some kind of spark to get the offense going. But I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. Not against these next 6 weeks of some defenses that's going to be on that man's ass. Pause. So there's going to be some problems. Giants fans, get prepared. Get your pitchforks ready. If you were smart, get your pitchforks ready. Go up to that damn front office and tell them, motherfucker, get us a damn offensive line before you hurt the young fella. For the man starts questioning and his confidence is low, and we don't want this man to start getting depressed and start questioning whether he is supposed to be in this position or not. You're going to ruin the kid before he even gets to his damn second year. Not everybody is meant to bounce back from dark places like that on a regular basis all the time. Just saying. I got buyers beware on why inserting Jackson Dart in right now, 4 weeks in, against the stretch of your schedule where it's pass rush, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush, and more damn pass rush. You get to see Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis twice sandwiched in between them, Denver Broncos and Nick Bonito. Come on. Come on. Like what are we doing? I get it. You got to see what he got against the best defenses that he could possibly see this year. But damn it, there's a difference between literally like getting gain, reps and knowledge, and throwing them to the fire. Like, come on now. Chargers gonna be on that man's head. Giants, come on, bro. What are we doing? Cam Jordan and the Saints gonna be on that man's head. Eagles, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis on that man's head. Broncos, Nick Bonito and the crew on that man's head. Oh, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis again? Yeah. 49ers and the crew on that man's head. Robert Salah gonna have he gonna scheme it up like crazy on that man's head. Russ, stay ready. Stay ready, Russ. Stay ready. I know we gonna do a little overtime. It's okay. It's my show. We'll do what we want. Week 4, man. It's got some interesting matchups. Obviously kicks off with Seahawks and Cardinals. Looking at this matchup, 2-2-1 teams. Kyler Murray, man. Now I will say this: Marvin Harrison had a gimme touchdown last week that he should have caught and changed it. But for the most part, Kyler Murray, especially against the McDonald and the Seahawks coaching staff, he struggled. Went 0-2 last year, and he runs into the problem of turnovers against the Seahawks defense. And I see that happening again. Kyler Murray baffles me on so many levels because the guy has an immense amount of talent. Literally, if you put your boy Kyler Murray and Anthony Richardson together in a body right now, I think you got the ultimate quarterback. Because Kyler Murray's gifts and his athleticism and him, his arm talent. If you were to have a poll right now, who's the most athletic quarterback, you would probably put Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson at the top of that list. I'm being serious. Athletically. Just gifted. But if you put an actual quarterback list of all the elements that is involved in being a quarterback, Kyler Murray, talent aside, when it comes to processing, we got to talk about preparation. He's made it known that Call of Duty is very important to him. And you put all the intangibles, you put all that together, in all 32, he'd probably be more in the mid-range, 15 to 20 range. Because it's like, bro, how are we wasting all this? And I hate to say it like that. Like, I just kind of feel that way. Like, why are we wasting all this talent, man? Always starts off hot in the NFL seasons and then kind of tapers off, cools off. His body can't sustain the long ground and pound pause of NFL seasons. And we've seen him, his body starts breaking down, his mechanics start breaking down, and he's no longer as dangerous at the end of the season as he is in the beginning. We've seen that. That's his calling card. So at one point, are you going to change it? Are you going to fix that? What are you going to do? And I'll be honest about the other quarterback, Sam Darnold, for the Seahawks. I think the 1 year sitting in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan, and then going to Minnesota with O'Sullivan or Kevin O'Connell, my fault, last year in Minnesota. And I don't think he was expecting to play, but he stayed ready, and it showed. Once J.J. McCarthy went down early in training camp, so then that kind of changed the little things about your mindset for sure. You're like, oh, well, I know I'm playing now, so let me get ready. So you see him get around good coaching in San Francisco, good offensive-minded coaching in San Francisco with the right tools around him. Then you go to Minnesota with competent offensive coaching, and then they give you T.J. Hawkinson and Jordan Addison, and of course, you can't forget Justin Jefferson, and they give you Aaron Jones, adequate running back, and so you look different. And so coming into the season, I have my questions. What is Sam Darnold actually going to be coming into this season? And the games that I've been watching with the Seahawks, he actually, I don't want to say he resurrected his career because obviously, there's going to be some times where, like week 1, a late turnover in the game, albeit he did bump into his right tackle trying to protect him, but he was bull rushed by. It was Nick Bosa pushed him right into him, and the ball came out of his arm. So maybe if you're nitpicking, hey, give me a better pocket awareness. Cool, all right. If you want to nitpick, cool. But for the most part, Sam Darnold's actually looked like an adequate quarterback in these games with Seattle, and got them all to a 2-1 start. Could have easily beat 3-0 if you're being frank. They could have won that opener against San Francisco. But I think he's an adequate quarterback. Maybe he's starting to change my perception on him in general because maybe I thought it was a fluke last year. Like, the real Sam Darnold's going to eventually show. He's away from good coaching and Jettas and Jordan Addison, but love the connection he has with Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's the connection. And JSN has been showing why he needs to be that, why he is that number 1 wide receiver in Seattle. The kid's nice. He made it. He's like, yeah. And then Torrey Horton, if y'all remember Colorado State, bad. Yeah, he's bad. It's a bad dude. We'll see how far he can take it. If he can emerge as that solid number 2 wide receiver. Kenneth Walker's kind of being, not too shabby. You would obviously you want him to stay healthy, but get him going for sure. I just think he's kind of underperformed or been a little bit underwhelming since his time in the league, but that's just me personally. But in this matchup, yeah, I gotta rock with the Seahawks. I know it's in Arizona. They are division opponents, but I just see Kyler Murray giving up throwing a bonehead interception in this game. I can see it. So don't be surprised if that happens tomorrow. But I'm rocking with them. Obviously, other headlines going into week 4. Obviously we talked about Jackson Dart getting the start. Texans with a must-win game against the other 0-3 AFC South team in Tennessee. That's one to keep your eyes on. Hey, Eagles and Buccaneers. Keep your eyes on that matchup for more than one reason. Obviously, you want to see how the Buccaneers respond without no Mike Evans. You also want to see, I think this is a possible, in my opinion, this is the NFC Championship game right here. But it'll be in Philly. It'll be Philly and Buccaneers. I think they're the last 2 teams in the NFC. The Buccaneers have always given the Eagles some troubles. And then you know, I just think there's a nice little NFC little rivalry kind of brewing right here underneath that. It's kind of not getting spoken about, that unspoken rivalry. Obviously, Colts and Rams, that's a good matchup right there. 3-0 Colts, 2-1 Rams. This is going to be, obviously the Colts. You want to see exactly who you are. Going up against a damn good defense in the Rams. So they'll be in LA. Obviously, we already talked about Cowboys Packers. I mean, that Sunday night football game, that night game, that's going to be juicy. There's a lot of stuff written all on that. And then Jets Dolphins. I don't know why they can't start flexing shit earlier in the season. Why the hell they give us 2 0-3 teams on a Monday night football doubleheader? And by the way, which I don't understand why they are overlapping like this when they just had a doubleheader a couple of weeks ago when one was at 7 Eastern and the other one was at 10 Eastern. So why are you giving us a 7:15 Eastern kickoff and then an 8:15 Eastern kickoff? Why are you overlapping when you just showed us that you separated it and have them standing alone 2 weeks ago? Why? Y'all didn't think that through. But it's okay. Good old Mars here to help you. So then next year and following years after that, you can come back to this episode. There's an episode, where we at? 486, hour and 11-minute mark, and say, hey, that guy, he gets it. He understands what we should have done. Yeah, common sense, motherfucker. Let me chill. And that's going to be a tough one for the Dolphins, if you ask me, because that just defense will smack you up in the head. They get after it. They get busy. 2-1 Bengals, 1-2 Broncos. Oh man, that might get ugly. Especially the way that Browning was playing, throwing up them interceptions last time, or just in general, just the way that the Bengals offense just got drugged in Minnesota. And so, what other games are? How did I forget the significant game of just the most talked about 1-2 game in the history of football? 1-2 Ravens, 1-2 Chiefs. Man, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of downplayed the worry of the Ravens, but now I'm because with Matabike and I saw what John Harbaugh says, he's not confident about the of getting Matabike back anytime soon with that neck injury. He kind of seemed like, damn, this some serious shit. So don't expect to see Matabike in that lineup no time soon, but that leaves a problem with the Ravens defense, because who's going to plug that middle up now? You saw what happened on Monday night with Detroit. They said, oh, Matabike ain't playing. Ooh, I know when I'm running the ball at the night. Mm-hmm. Boy, they was pounding that middle more than the whole Black series. Anyway, never mind. So the Ravens, they're starting to scare me. But hey, y'all see who I root for. I got my own issues with Kansas City. That offense has not been good. They came to life in the second half against the Giants, against a damn good. And that's another thing. Just to put everything in context. They played the Chargers, played the Eagles, played the Giants. They just faced 3 damn good defenses. And so, and it put their offensive line to test. So Jackson Dart, if you want to see what you got to deal with, go see what Patrick just had to deal with. And that was with a fresh, non-injured Khalil Mack. and that Eagles defense got after it too, and then that Giants defense got after it. So interesting matchup. If Ravens lose this game, they have to start addressing some problems, as in when it comes to getting their wide receivers involved. Where's Zay Flowers at? Zay Flowers is going to have to make a presence in this game if they want to win it. And they definitely defensively can't do what they did last week. They're getting cooked. They got cooked on the run, and then they got cooked on the secondary. This doesn't look like Ravens defense. Albeit, I get it. It's first 3 weeks. Now week 4. They got to turn the trend around now, because they have already set the trend that they are playing bad defense. It takes 28 days to create a habit. All right? Y'all hear me say that all the time on the show. They got to fix it quick. And I think this is a interesting matchup because of the fact you got a offense in Kansas City who's struggling to find their way and get things going and be more consistent in moving the ball down the field and getting into the end zone, versus a team still trying to get all of their defensive shit together, minus an all-pro nose tackle. So interesting matchup right here. NFL Week 4 is going to be some interesting. I'm interested to see that Vikings Steelers in Dublin. They'll be in Ireland. So y'all going to have to get up real early in the East for that one at 9:30. I meant real early in the West. That's a 6:30 kickoff in the morning. Jeez. But I know people that'll probably still get up and go watch it on the West Coast at 6:30 a.m. If I lived on the West Coast, I actually wouldn't mind it. To be honest. Like knowing that you get a whole day of football. So but yeah, man, I'm gonna shut it down as the bots on Twitch are starting to pull in and make their way in and disturb our stream. But yeah, man, it's gonna be some good week 4. Hey, before we get out of here, for those who've been watching my content, I tried to give my Royals a pep talk and try to get them and do the impossible. They finally got eliminated yesterday. But shout out to my Royals, man. Great season. Baseball is winding down. This is the final week of regular season. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. Interesting conversation that is going to be who's going to be the MVP. Obviously, Aaron Judge has been doing what he's been doing, but there's going to be some people that are going to look at Cal Raleigh in Seattle, what he's done as a catcher, and they might be persuaded. Just saying. The man just hit 60 home runs. Just saying. And this ain't a diss, Yankees fans, but don't be surprised if your boy Judge don't get it. Just saying. Kyle Raleigh playing what he's doing at the bat as a catcher. Crazy. It's crazy. You don't see it that much in the major league. Not like that no more. So don't be surprised if he's still some votes away. Hey, free Mike Trout. Get up out of Anaheim, bro. Get up out of there, man. Because another losing season. Get up out of there, man. Free the homie Trout. Let him swim in another stream. Anyway. Go enjoy some college football. What kind of matchups we got this week in college football, man? Let me take a look at that before I get up out there. Some top 25 matchups. Let's see what we got. 21 USC, 23 Illinois. We'll see how that goes. Number 4 LSU, 13 Ole Miss, both 4-0. That might be a doozy. Okay. There's the one. 4-0, number 6, Oregon. 3-0, number 3, Penn State. There's another doozy. Number 17, Alabama. Number 5, Georgia. Oh, yeah, we got some games on watching college football this week, too. Yes, sir. There'll be a lot of good college football. And depending on how good they are, we'll talk about them. But y'all know what it is, man. I'm going to get up out of here. Holler at y'all next week. Y'all know the deal. Going over to I.O.W Sports Network on all your social media platforms. More specifically, the YouTube channel. Okay, I.O.W Sports Network. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Let you know when we dropping content. So y'all can come in here and talk sports with your boy. All right? But we going to get up out of here. Going to enjoy some Thursday night football. Going to enjoy some college football. Going to enjoy the final week of Major League Baseball. And come on back here on Monday and we're going to chop it up and talk all about it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love, y'all. We out of here. Holla at your.
Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise